Have you ever wondered what would happen if you mixed the sci-fi of Star Wars in with the mystical powers of Japan? Neither did I, but I still watch Tenchi Universe.
And now back to your irregular scheduled programming.
Hello and welcome to Fanime Friday. This is where I take a comedic fan look at all things anime, whether it be one episode, an entire story arc, or an entire character. This week I'm going to look at Tenchi Universe. This is an old fan favourite of mine. Used to run on Cartoon Network. I was a big fan of it. There's quite a lot to the kind of Tenchi franchise. There's Tenchi Muyo, there's Tenchi in Tokyo. They've done loads of interesting stuff with it, but Tenchi Universe was the one that I remember the most, the one that I had the most fondest memories of, and had one of the biggest casts. So I look forward to showing you right here how this cast got together in a weird and wonderful bunch of episodes that is the opening. So, we start off with a space battle which crash lands here on planet Earth. We then have Team Tenchi, who is our main character, our main antagonist, stumbles upon an unconscious drunk female. We could all be so lucky. However, him being the good guy that he is, he wakes her up and she reveals that she is Ryoko, a woman who is a damsel in distress, and she is being chased by an evil space pirate. No, not the evil space pirate from Treasure Island. Yeah, he looks a bit weird. No, instead it's an uber robot space pirate like this. That's a fucking space pirate. And it's so badass it begins to attack them straight away. Firing shots, taking them out, trying to kill Ryoko and Tenchi. Which is pretty legit for a space pirate to do. What isn't legit is the fact that it gets taken out from tripping on a can of juice. It's a bit shit, to be quite honest. Kind of stops the action pretty quickly. The action, however, does pick up when Ryoko kicks the thing off the side of a mountain. I mean, this bitch has superhuman strength and we'd be running away from laser blasts? Ah, the hell with it. Apparently, she's still our damsel in distress, so that she begs Tenchi, or Tenchi's dad and Tenchi's granddad, to take her in and to protect him. Which they decide to do. As best they can. What with a fucking robotic space pirate coming after them. Admittedly, the space pirate is nice enough to actually knock on the door before smashing in and trying to kill them again. This leads to a chase sequence where they jump out of a window and Tenchi leads Ryoko up to the temple where his grandfather is waiting to take on the robot. What? Like, Tenchi's totally okay with this. The granddad actually says, "Don't worry, I've got this one." And Tenchi goes, "Fine. That's fine, you've lived a good life. Fuck it, the robot can have you." However, Grandpa swings it on with a wooden sword and blows it the fuck up. What the fuck is that thing made of, Ent? Seriously, that's the most powerful wooden stick I've ever seen. Thankfully, it's enough to blow up the suit, but doesn't kill the passenger inside, who is actual lovable cop, Miyoshi. How you say it? Yeah, Miyoshi. Miyoshi is, of course, not only a lovable cop, bit of a goof, but she's also not a space pirate, and reveals the real space pirate is Ryoko. Ryoko reveals that the reason she's not actually been killing Miyoshi and Tenchi all along is because she's been hungover. That's probably the best reason I've ever heard. And then kind of goes, "But I'm better now," and realizes her full potential of power, where not only can she put up a shield to protect herself from the laser beams, kind of makes her a bitch for letting Tenchi be shot at all this time, but also can fly, slightly teleport, and fire her own laser beams from her hands. That is legit for a space pirate. She proceeds to chase them on the exact same chase sequence that Tenchi led the Miyoshi on. I don't know, he's not really got that many places to run, I suppose, after the temple. By the way, Granddad's being a bit of a dick after he's just blown up a robot and goes, "Ah, fuck it. If this girl can fire laser beams from her fingertips, I'm probably not going to be able to take her on. She's not a giant robot. My wooden stick is not able to work on her." So anyway, Miyoshi ends up getting injured, and Tenchi decides to pick up the hoe. No, he actually picks up a hoe. I'm not calling... Just look. See? Apparently his granddad taught him the ancient art of wooden stick explosions, so he picks it up for his final stand against Ryoko. Ryoko, however, takes a change of heart, whether it be that she loves Tenchi or realizes that this family is trained in the ancient art of exploding wooden sticks, so doesn't want to fuck with that. Then she decides to hand herself back in. This change of heart can be seen as numerous different ways, but it's pretty safe to say it's only because she knows they're stranded on this planet. As Miyoshi admits, her spaceship is fucked. They're trapped there. They now have to live with Tenchi forever. That is until the next episode, where Miyoshi solves the weirdest Rubik's Cube I've ever seen. Seriously, look at this thing. Like, I can barely figure out when I'm supposed to get the colors on the right side. How the fuck am I supposed to figure out when it's just all pink? Anyway, she does manage to figure it out and causes a distress signal to this ship. That is the most Japanese ship ever. Have you seen it? The outside of it it's made of wood. How the hell is this thing supposed to enter our atmosphere? It's gonna burn the fuck up. However, it was picked up not only by that ship, but by the most Japanese alien ever. Yep, that is Aika. And I have no idea what the two wooden, I don't know, I want to say robots are? Anyway, she picks up the distress signal and she decides to come down to help. But upon landing, not only does she realize that Miyoshi needs help, but Ryuko is there. And apparently they have the worst history ever. Seriously, they both tell this terrible story about which one of them stole the daisy chain, and you're supposed to believe which one's true. I don't fucking care. However, because Aika is there, and because she agrees to help Miyoshi, Tenchi's granddad hooks Tenchi up and tells her that she needs to take a day out, and that Tenchi should be the one to lead her around the surrounding area and show her what it's like. And they have probably the most contrived date ever. Seriously, they go walking around for all these lovely different things to see. It's kind of sweet, but honest to God, I don't know why Tenchi hasn't done something with this chick. At least she's closer to the age than Ryuko. Ryuko's like a proper cougar. She's kind of seems like late 20s, early 30s. Like, she's still hot. But it's a bit creepy that she keeps going after Tenchi, who's clearly still a schoolboy. At least it's a closer thing. However, when they get back, like I say, Ryuko's kind of got a thing for Tenchi. She gets pissed off and decides to tell Aika, if you want him, I'll kill you. So, this leads to an ultimate space battle! Actually, it leads to a mediocre space battle! Where, although both spaceships get flying up in the air... Wait a minute, Ryuko's had a spaceship this whole time? I thought it fucking burned up! If she's had a spaceship, why the hell is she still on this planet? Seriously, this bitch is crazy. Well, she takes up and goes up to fight the wooden spaceship of doom that is Aika's. And, like I say, they have a very standstill battle where neither one of them does any damage to the ship. I don't know. Well, thankfully, Aika phones up to gloat that she's going to win, apparently. And this actually leads to her realizing that Ryuko has taken Tenchi onto the ship. She has taken Tenchi onto the ship and it says to Aika that they have made a death pact together, that if they cannot live together, they will die together instead. And Aika, being a clever, intelligent princess who not only has claimed Ryuko as a liar and proven Ryuko is a liar, is even hearing the words from Tenchi saying that she's lying, believes the space pirate. I don't know. Hormones? Maybe? Teen hormones? That's the only reason why I can think she's this possibly fucking stupid. Anyway, she decides that no more space battle. She's simply going to crash her ship into Ryuko's ship, and in delivering the most terrifying line, if they're going to go to hell, they're going to go together. Tenchi, you got some crazy bitches after you right now. Well, they do crash. They crash in apparently the deepest lake known to man. Seriously, even Loch Ness is kind of going, fuck me, you hid 2 ships in there? We only have a monster. They crash land. No one is actually harmed, but the ships are destroyed, leaving Aika now trapped on planet Earth. This is until the next episode, where again we meet Aika's sister. Sorry, there's so many names, and I'm really bad with them anyway. I keep calling Tenchi Ichi, thinking I'm talking about Ichigo. That's how bad it is. I love the anime, but I'm terrible with names. So Sasami, which is Aika's sister, turns up, and it turns out she's there to bring Aika back because she is missing. This is literally the only important thing that comes out of this whole show. It's a really, apparently them fitting in. It's a terrible episode. It does, however, lead to one of the best moments ever of Ryuko saying that she had a baby, but it turns out it's actually her spaceship's baby. It's so fucking adorable. It turns out to be a little bunny thing. Look at this thing. That's a fucking spaceship, ladies and gentlemen. That's incredible. Although, wait a minute, it's been alive this whole time? Holy shit, you evil bitch. Stop having space battles when your ship can feel pain, you freak. Honest to fuck, she's had 2 space battles and crash landed. She actually killed the last one. They specifically said this isn't giving rebirth to itself. The fuck is wrong with you, you sick... You know what, I'm not getting into it. She's clearly a crazy bitch. Anyway, we realize that she has a new spaceship, and Sasami takes Ayuka, takes Miyoshi, and they go to fly off. But after a hilarious misunderstanding with Ryuko's new ship, carrots were involved. Yeah, I don't get it either. They accidentally crash land back on planet Earth, and thus leaving them all once again to stay with Tenchi. Wow! This is just ridiculous. The main thing being the fact that Ryuko's ship is actually still usable, as we see. Still alive, still okay, still usable, but Ryuko, being a crazy bitch, doesn't let anyone use it. She's so much by the way of a crazy bitch that in the next episode she captures Tenchi, ties him up, and takes him down into a cave where apparently the rumor is there's a goblin there. What the fuck? Seriously, the kid's a teenager. You're way older than him. Stop doing that, you sick... I'm not the only one who reacts this way, by the way. Every other cast member reacts this way and goes after him to try and stop her from, I don't know, stealing his virginity by the looks of it. Seriously, she looks about ready to rape him. Anyway, not only do they manage to stop her, they accidentally break open a seal that releases the goblin, who is not a goblin at all, but actually the 700-year-old great mad scientist, Washu. Washu, it reveals, was sentenced to being, I don't know, trapped inside a crystal after being a mad scientist, something she takes great pride in telling everyone, and was sentenced to crash land here on Earth, where thankfully the Japanese were smart enough to go, we don't know what the fuck it is, but we know it can't be good, and buried it inside that cave. Well, she does reveal that she has some of the most amazing powers ever with her best, I don't know, portable laptop. She literally can just summon a laptop out of nowhere. Look at this thing. Wow, that is incredible. And not only with this, she can change your DNA structure, increase your metabolism, and apparently make entire other dimensions appear in rooms that shouldn't happen. She's my new favorite character. Fuck it. I mean, sorry Ryoko, you're just too crazy. This bitch at least admits to being crazy, and not only that, revels in it. Well, the cast is almost complete, but we are down one other person, and that is where we meet Kione. Kione is, of course, Miyoshi's partner in the police force, and although she believes Miyoshi is dead, she goes out looking for Miyoshi anyway because she gets told to. She's not a good person. She's actually a selfish bitch who admits that she was happy that Miyoshi was dead. But when the police force tell her that she has to go find her partner, or at least find proof of her death, she goes down to planet Earth and realizes that Miyoshi is not only alive, but she's there with 2 missing princesses, a 700-year-old mad scientist, and an evil space pirate. I smell sitcom! Wow, technically, yeah. But anyway, she reacts the most reasonable way anyone could and freaks the fuck out. There's literally a point she's freaking out and everyone's like, I don't understand, why is she freaking out? And Tenchi's literally sitting there going, no, that's a real fair way to do. Like, this has happened in the matter of a week. Seriously. It's a week and they've just kind of all happened. The only people who are okay with this right now seem to be the crazy psycho bitch, the idiot police officer. The princesses don't actually seem to be too fussed by it, surprisingly. Ichigo's, Tenchi's lecherous dad, and his granddad, who has something going on, by the way, because he actually knew who the hell the 700-year-old demon woman was, 700-year-old mad scientist woman was. Well, she wasn't a demon, she wasn't a goblin, she was just an alien scientist. And he kind of guessed this, which is really weird. Regardless of this, Keone not only realizes that this is fucked up, but decides that she's going to take down the evil pirate Ryuko. And actually leads to a pretty interesting fight sequence. They go back to back with laser battles, and we realize that Ryuko can summon up lightsabers from her hand. How awesome does that look? She can just pull them out of thin air. Fuck you, Darth Vader, you at least need to pull out your fucking thing. She just makes them materialize. She can have more than one. Shit, she can have probably 12 if she really wanted to. I digress. They have an awesome fight sequence. They even bring out another robotic suit for Miyoshi to fly. Because apparently fucking up in the first one wasn't good enough. She flies way off. And when Ryuko looks like she's finally going to take down Keone, the two wooden blokes turn up again, and they trap her in a magical shield. So wait, we're confirming that magic's a thing. So it's not just science, there is magic. Which I assume Ryuko has, because she can make shields appear and lasers kind of fire out of her fingers. But then again, so can the spaceships do that, and they're based around science. But they say it's a magical shield. Fuck it! Sciagic. There we go. Sciagic is the new word of Tenchi because I don't fucking know anymore. While wielding Sciagic, they manage to trap her in a force field that Ryuko cannot escape, and thus she is finally going to be sentenced to prison. Finally, this psycho bitch is going to get taken away from the paedophilic charges that she should be done against a teenage boy she's been trying to rape. And probably the bunch of people that I assume she's killed up to this point. However, this is not true, as Miyoshi comes flying back down in the robot suit, crashes into them, ruining everything, leading to them having a hot bath and discussing how much they hate Miyoshi. And genuinely how this episode ends. They have a hot bath and convince Keone that she is, I don't know, fucked. Well, Keone decides that she's going to do as the princess requests by telling the royal family that the princesses are just on holiday, so Ieka and Susume get to stay a little while longer with Tenchi. She decides to stop trying to chase after Ryuko because you ain't gonna win that battle. And her and Miyoshi go back onto the spaceship to travel back into space to be space cops once again until they are informed that they are actually designated to Earth and to watch out of the backwater space life that it is. Seriously, they keep calling Earth the Sticks. I personally find it really funny. It makes sense. We've only been to our fucking moon. These guys are traveling intergalactically. We found it really impressive that we could travel to a hunk of rock. Anyway, she gets put there, so they have to stay on Earth. And they're all going to live with Tenchi and his family. And that is it. That is basically the setup for this entire episode. That's it. I mean, we're pretty much good to go. We know who the characters are. We just have to wait a fuck ton of episodes later before plot comes up. Seriously, all filler for ages to try and give these characters more depths. Like they need more depth. They're already caricatures of themselves. With such a lunatic beginning, contrived in every way possible to force these characters together, why the hell do I like this show? Well, let me put on my fan hat and explain why. It's funny. It's genuinely a funny show. It seems to be aimed as more of a comedy anyway, in case you hadn't noticed. And it is kind of funny to see them not deal with any of the bullshit that goes down. Like, seriously, Tenchi kind of goes, oh my god, this is happening. Okay? Let's deal with it. Every one of them, none of them finds it outrageous or ridiculous, or even when they do, they just deal with it. I mean, the forced comedy isn't always great, but the fact that they literally have an entire conversation with Keone where they're like, this just happened. Princess came down to rescue me, we destroyed her ship, my ship was destroyed chasing Ryuko, we accidentally woke up a 700-year-old mad scientist, and we just live here now, and that's it. That's the beauty of this entire thing. That's the beauty of Tenchi, really. It's all just so accepting of craziness. And more importantly, although it does take quite a while for the plot to really kick off, when it kicks off, it's good. There's an entire backstory of wealth behind these people, and the powers, and the Sciagic, for lack of a better word, because seriously, they can't decide what's science and what's magic in this show. But it doesn't matter, because it's all good. The battles are great, the space battles get a lot better, the ending has an incredible fight sequences. But the most important reason why I love this show, it's proof that you can have a large cast and still give them depth. I mean, don't get me wrong, a lot of them are kind of caricatures at the beginning, but each one of them actually brings a lot to it. A lot of them drive forward plot, a lot of them drive forward new character angles. Ryuko may be crazy, but she genuinely has a passion about her life. Eika really does kind of do these lovely moments of being an innocent princess and being a total, bitch. But it makes sense because no one could be that perfect. Keone actually is a bit selfish, but rightfully so. She's power-driven and she's mate with this idiot Miyoshi. And Miyoshi is the typical idiot, but she's actually quite lovable and genuinely just wants to do well by everyone. Tenchi actually has the most accepting personality. It's really nice to see the main character just being accepting and trying to draw everybody into normality, when normally the main character is the crazy one and other people try and draw them back. I find it really entertaining to see not only how this ensemble works, but the fact it does work. The fact that all of these characters can fit together and have quite an enjoyable time. There's loads of episodes where nothing really important happens, but I'm still enjoying myself because it's fun to watch these characters interact between each other. It's proof that a large ensemble cast doesn't have to mean that you're just diluting down things. Tenchi Universe might not be perfect. And certainly not really in my top 10 if I'm going to be entirely honest with you. But in saying that, it's always going to be one I'm going to come back to. And it's definitely going to be one I'm going to recommend to anyone out there who hasn't already started watching it. It's a bit underloved, but I think Tenchi Universe has a lot of potential. If you guys agree with me, leave a comment below. Leave a comment below as well of some of the ones you think are underloved animes, because I need to add to my my shelf. It's still bare. I'm hoping that I've got some DVDs coming for that, so I'm hoping that's going to change soon. And really do, like I say, leave a comment below. Do you like Tenchi Universe? Do you like Tenchi Muyo? Do you like Tenchi in Tokyo? Which one's your favorite? And like I say, any animes that you think are maybe not top tier, but still kind of like your guilty pleasures, or just something that's really enjoyable, even if there are better animes out there that you'd still recommend to me and to anyone else out there, put them in the comments below. You're always going to be able to come back and find more Fanime Friday, and I'm hoping to have a really fun one up next week. Where? Right here on Season 0.
9 more bloody episodes. Well, at least I get to see this cute little guy. My god, he's so adorable.